Joining me for our P-Wolves profile this time around is Jack McAreavey, a 6'7", 315-pound offensive lineman on the Nebraska Wesleyan football team, who has been named to the Great Plains Athletic Conference All-Conference second team. Jack is a senior from Sidney, Nebraska. Jack, your reaction to this recognition?
I couldn't be happier about it. Talking with Trevor Keene, one of my buddies on the offensive line, going into the year, I told him that my goal was basically to get personally was to get all conference, and being able to accomplish that through the hard work, but then getting the recognition of the opposing coaches, who we played against, and in such a tough conference, it's really a big deal and gratifies the work that I put in.
How will you look back at your football career at Wesleyan?
Really, it's been the best 4 years of my life, best decisions I've ever made coming here. It's true what they say when you meet your best friends in college, and I've met my best friends on the team, so it's worked out really well for me.
Usually on my spotting chart, I run out of room for offensive linemen because there's usually a lot of injuries and things happen. And this year, not a single person did I have to move. Everybody stayed intact, no injuries. You guys were able to start and play most of the time, all 10 games.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of weird to have offensive linemen in such a physical position. You see people get banged up all the time. I mean, there was a couple small injuries and rolled ankles, hurt your shoulder a little bit, stuff like that. But everyone was able to power through it and play together. And I think having all of us that same unit for all 10 games really helped, and we really grew as a unit throughout the year and started to play we were playing our best football at the end, which is what you need to be doing.
You are the biggest player on the team at Nebraska Wesleyan, 6'7", 315 pounds, but you're limited on what you can eat. Tell us about that situation.
So I have celiac disease, which basically means I'm gluten intolerant. So I can't eat anything with wheat, rye, or barley in it, which when I was diagnosed in the 6th grade was a huge deal for me. Basically knocked out about everything I could eat at the time. And making that adjustment then was very, very tough. But then once I finally figured out and kind of got into a rhythm and knew, grew to know more about what I could and couldn't eat, it really helped me out a lot. And now it's something that, I live with, I have it, but it doesn't define me. It's just another thing that, it's just normal for me now.
Were there any precautions that you had to take, any effect for your playing on the field?
Not so much. It's just basically as long as I ate what I knew I could and I stuck to my diet, I was good to go. That's the only treatment for celiac disease is maintaining that diet, and if you do that, you're fine.
And still able to manage that 315-pound weight, which you needed on the line.
Yeah. My friends kind of give me some grief because of the amount of food I had to eat over the summer to get up to 315 pounds, that was my goal going into the summer, was to get up to 315 for playing weight, and I got there, but there was a lot of hard work put in. So.
You're from Sidney in the western part of the state. How did you wind up all the way here in Lincoln at Nebraska Wesleyan?
Well, I started out and I didn't even know I was going to have the opportunity to play college football until after my senior year of high school, when my coach told me, he asked me if I would be interested in that. And I said yes. And my older brother and my older sister both came to UNL, so I'd been down to Lincoln a ton. And I had heard of Wesleyan, but I didn't know too much about it. And then just kind of through the recruiting process, and my coach helped me out. He had me looking at Doane and Concordia and Wesleyan, and ultimately, after taking visits to all those schools, I decided that the small campus feel in a bigger city was just about perfect for me.
What's your plans for the future?
Well, right now I'm a business sociology major with a coaching minor. So finish out next year, or next spring, graduate, try to get a job lined up, maybe hop in coaching somewhere, help coach the offensive line, just kind of go from there, see what happens.
All right, Jack, good luck in the future.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Jack McAreavey. And P-Wolves Profiles are brought to you by Gail Breed and the Breed Team from State Farm, Leach Camper Sales, the Wild Bird Habitat Store, BG Decking and Repair, and Joyce Sherwood, financial professional with Central Financial Services.